Reconvening. Meeting.
Here.
Let's go.
Ready for school time about month?
Yes.
Okay, so this month there were 2 monitoring reports. One was on ER9, communication with the public, and the second one was on ER12, student conduct and discipline. Hopefully you had an opportunity to notice that I changed the formatting on the monitoring reports. And this is the format I'll use going forward. So has the board policy statement up at the top, but then it divides the policy into sections. I've included a superintendent interpretation for any time there is like a sub-part to the policy, as well as trying to provide the context and the data. So these were 2 monitoring reports that I felt I was able to really capture the time since I've been here at North Mason. There still will be a couple others this spring that still will be a reflection of the previous year. But I'm hoping this version of interpretation and evidence will be helpful to the board going forward to really show how we're in compliance with our different policies, and then ending each of them with a conclusion. So again, communication with the public is one that I've really been focused on since I've started here in July. And the student conduct and discipline, you know that is a goal that is built into each of our buildings' improvement plans, and we certainly have some improvement to go in that area, but we have been providing a lot of different supports with behavior and PBIS, and I'm positive it's going to continue to trend in the right direction. So I just wanted to ask if there were any questions about any of the changes to the report or any of the content.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Where you have the superintendent interpretation, and then it goes into the second part.
Are you, not that it
I'm
matters.
the number on 12.
You're on 12. Okay, thank you.
I was just gonna ask this because I think where you put superintendent interpretation at the top, right underneath the compliance determination.
Uh-huh.
Then you have it down, written student conduct and discipline, you have the interpretation and evidence. Were you going to add evidence to the top part, or is this the interpretation on top of the interpretation?
Yeah. So the part at the top is really like the overall arching
Okay.
policy statement, and
I didn't
then
know
the
if it
different
was-
sections were like the subheadings, which is really where the data exists.
Yeah, I thought so, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing something in there, so that's all my question was.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
The only
Comments?
comment I'll make is, I love it. I love every single part of it. Like, how, the detail you've got
Yeah.
in these, the interpretation part of it, I can't say more positive things about it.
Well, thank you. I
Who
think
is doing our social media right now?
that would be called Jackie Young and myself.
Yeah, really? Yeah, okay. No, you guys are doing a phenomenal job of highlighting. I mean, just everybody from, you said thank you to the board even, and not that I'm saying what's about time. No, you got teachers, you got students, and then you have like single students up there, and you're not just, I don't want to say it's all over the place, but it's everywhere. You know, it's every piece, and you're just highlighting it and lifting it up, and that's leadership to me, is holding up your district
Well,
like that.
Jackie and I have certainly been emphasizing it, both in communication via email, but then when I went to each of the staff meetings right before midwinter break, like I really emphasized, like, we need their help getting us these pictures and sharing
Yeah.
all the great things happening. Because we hear about them secondhand, but we're not there to get the pictures, and we don't have that person to send from event to event. So the teachers and coaches have been really
Yeah.
trying hard to share more information.
And I'm
so that
not
we
the
can
only
share
one
that.
noticing. The community has come and said, you know, I really like what they put up, you know, about this and that, and so it's noticed. You guys are doing a really, really good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're
I know it's a
we're
lot.
squeezing it in.
I know.
That's how wrestling.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you.
Any other questions, comments? No? Okay. All right, so do we have a motion to find the superintendent's performance to comply with ER 9, which is the communication with the public?
I'll make a motion to find the superintendent compliance of ER 9.
Do we have a second?
I second that.
Any discussion? And forgive me, student board reps, I forgot to ask for your advisory votes on our other votes earlier this, I know, especially
They
you
were
were
nodding
missing
their
that,
heads, so I saw it.
yes.
They were like,
So, student board reps, your votes on whether or, and finding the superintendent's performance to be in compliance with ER 9?
Yes, I.
Find her in compliance.
Find her class. That's my bedtime.
Okay, and school directors, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay. We find the superintendent's performance is compliance with ER 9. Do I have a motion to find the superintendent's performance to comply with ER 12, which is student conduct and discipline?
I move that we find the superintendent's performance to comply with ER 12, student conduct and discipline.
Do I have a second?
A second? Yeah.
Any discussion? Student board reps, how do you vote? Find her in compliance? Okay. All right. And school directors, do you find the superintendent's performance to comply with ER 12?
Aye.
If you do, say aye, sorry.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
Sorry about that. Aye. All right, so we find the superintendent's performance to comply with ER 12, student conduct and discipline. We have no policies to review this month, so we will skip that part of the agenda, which leads us to public comments for things not on the agenda. Jackie, do we have anyone? No? Okay. All right, so now good of the order, we'll start with Director Youngberg.
Well, I would say the wrestling, it was kind of neat to get the feedback from my daughter was over there watching. And she was super excited to watch Cam and some of the others that were over there wrestling. There was a lot of people over there. That was shocking for how the parking was over there. But it was awesome to see all our athletes. They're all performing at state. Hopefully we have some more with the spring sports. So that's it.
Awesome, thank you. Director Kratzer?
I want to give a shout out to the community that, and this is from our pharmacist in the local community here, but of all the people that ended up with this massive flu that turned into pneumonia and just the families that have been dealing with it. Our family did it, and I'm telling you, we went through something like incredible. But aside from that, I wanted to say that I love our trio here all together, and I love how you guys are bouncing off each other and having a good time with it and listening and adding, and I just love it. So welcome, and well, I'm glad you guys are here.
Thank you. We're glad we're here too, I think.
For a little bit.
Should we drag this out a little longer?
Yeah.
Until that-
Oh, that's good.
Probably not.
I'm getting that adrenaline.
Thank you. Director Vial?
Yeah, I'll bookend it. I thought the band coming in to start was awesome, and I'll just recognize them. I think we so often focus a lot on the sports, naturally, but I've been in many football games and basketball games. It would not be the same without the band. We have a great band. They do a great job. I would love if our athletes went and watched the band perform at their events. I think that'd be cool if we could organize that, since the band supports the athletes so much. So just thought that was great. So, trying to focus on them a little bit.
Right. Student board reps, do you have anything you want to add? Something that occurred to you that you remembered?
Yes, I was really happy listening to the first presentation from Belfair Elementary. I liked hearing that they said that the PTA was expanding and that they were getting more parent volunteers in the school. I think it's really important that we have more things like that. I think the community needs to see what we are doing for the children. If the levy is going to pass again, we need parents to realize the good the teachers are doing for the children. And I think that the things they're doing at the elementary school is a great step towards that. So I liked hearing about that.
Great one.
Awesome, thank you.
Building off of that, with the talk of the levy, National Honor Society is going to start organizing get-togethers to spread more awareness on the levy. I know we might have plans for our social media to kind of raise more awareness, but yeah, I think it's really good. One of the first steps to showing the community what the levy impacts and why it's so important is getting like showing them what the teachers are doing, showing really what the levy is going to affect, and like how it's affecting us now. So just building off what he said.
Great, sounds awesome.
Kind of also on top of that, it was really nice to see that they're bringing back the Watchdogs program, because I remember when I was in school, I loved that so much, having everyone kind of around, and then especially during recess, because we only had one recess teacher, so it was nice having those other parents kind of there, not just to control the students, but to be with them and like show them good examples and how people can come together. And it's a good part in the community.
Very good.
And building on that, I still have one of my Watchdog stickers that they gave you back in the day stuck on, no, true story, stuck on my locker in my garage. But
Too cool.
no, what I wanted to say is, with the levies not passing yet, there's been some difficult things that have had to been done, and one of those is having critical conversations with staff. We can communicate here, we can communicate with the admin and the community, but sometimes the staff are late to get the information. But I just wanted to say that I've had positive feedback that when you've been able to get out in front of that, and you have actually gone and met with each of the buildings now and been able to share the cuts that you're making, the plans that you're making, the adjustments, the comparison to the previous administration, etc. And those are sometimes can be confrontational, sometimes those can be very difficult conversations, but they're critical, and I've had nothing but good reports back to me on those conversations. So just appreciate those. And then for the good of the order, we found out tonight that we've got at least 50 kids that are not going to be having online school or other opportunities, and they're going to have to make some adjustments. And I know we heard that we'll find a way to support them, but I think that's going to be a all hands on deck endeavor for something like that. So that's all for me.
I'm going to echo what Director Beal said, and I really appreciate Mr. Drury coming in with his musicians. That was pretty awesome to hear them as we were walking in, and they do amazing things. I mean, I see, thanks to you and Jackie, all the things that the contests and festivals they participate in and the awards they get, and so yes, we cannot forget about them. And I want to thank our Belfair staff and Mason County Sheriff, because we've had a couple of incidences these past couple weeks. And I remember working on that campus, and sometimes hunters get turned around back there and the gunshots echo, but nowadays that leaves a different impression on students and staff. And so I'm glad that it just was not something serious, but grateful that everybody comes together to address it as though it is, to be on the safe side. So I appreciate that. Dr. Michael?
Yeah, so I just, West Sound Tech is having a ceremony tomorrow night to celebrate like the phase one, which is super exciting. And
Nice.
Mr. Drury mentioned there's a Band Booster Spaghetti Dinner on Thursday, so I'll be helping gather tickets, and told my husband and father-in-law, spaghetti's what's for dinner on Thursday. So. And then Sandhill is having a glow dance and dessert auction Friday night. So there's a lot of stuff going on, even though we're kind of in this lull between athletic events, athletic seasons. So yeah, lots of good stuff going on.
That's
really good. All right, Director Youngberg, our self-assessment.
Yeah, so for our general meeting behavior, I have put us down as satisfactory. Our governance principles, going through here, all of yes, with the exception of the one where we're not rewriting policies, so that one is not applicable, and overall, our meeting is satisfactory.
Good job.
Great, thank you. Okay, so our next study session will be on March 9th. I believe we are looking at policies ER 9 and ER 12. Those are the ones that she just completed. We'll take a look at them, see if there's any changes we'd like to make to them. And then our next, and it's open to the public, so anyone can attend the study session. Our next board meeting will be on March 23rd at 6:30 here in the boardroom. Being no further business, we will adjourn this meeting.
Thank you.